We got episode 15 of the boxing break. Great fight week. We recording on a Monday, which is a weird day for us because we usually record right after the fight. But we had a great fight week this week.
Time to absorb. Get the
we gotta.
It was a holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Great holiday weekend all around.
Digesting.
Yeah.
See what I did there? I didn't even mean that.
Yeah.
The local team had a late game last night. You know, it was a lot. But we get into it. And salute to everybody who's been tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
You know,
keep
salute to all the
rating and
people who are
subscribing.
upset with it. Salute to the people that love what we saying, but we just appreciate
Just hit the
everybody.
comments, man.
Hit the comments.
I don't care how you hit the comments. Hit the
Think
comments.
we don't know what we talking about. Just know one day you gonna be like, they was right. They was right, bro.
It's gonna be a few things that's gonna come up and go like they was right. I already see it, bro. I can see the future right now.
Yeah.
But salute to everybody. Thank y'all, man.
Yeah, and on the big fight week, I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. I'm just really going to talk about the two main fights. Okay. Well, it was a great. Thank you,
really
Showtime, for giving us a great card. Yo.
Before we get into the fights, just a little shot at you. Yo. You cook far too many chicken strips.
Yeah,
son.
I thought everybody was going to be hungry,
my
yo.
God.
I thought everybody was going to be
You're the
hungry.
best host ever, yo.
Yeah.
You gotta be one of the top hosts.
I
Yo.
do.
There's
Like,
all sorts of snacks, drinks, all sorts of
But
stuff
y'all
in
know,
here. Yo.
like,
You're a
like
legend, Mike.
secretly, that shit bring me joy. Like, yo, y'all my guys. Like, yo, that shit make me happy. Like, because I fuck with y'all. Like, well, obviously y'all know that, but like, and I don't mean to cuss, but like, y'all my guys. Like, and we doing great stuff together. So of course, like when we get to function and we love boxing, like it's been nights. Zay pulled up. We do the pod by ourselves. We'll watch some random dudes fight in Japan, like 5 fights, bro. Like really bad ones, yo.
It's
so
really
it's like,
nasty work.
I really appreciate doing that. That's why I threw it like that. And then I was excited. Amar and Kamal came.
Yeah,
Shout out my little cousins,
Good
great
turnout.
guys, bro.
Yes. The ladies was out. We ain't gonna mention too much, but the ladies was out.
Yeah, man.
And
The ladies be knowing a little
tapping
something. They be knowing stuff about
There was
the
like
game.
his feet spread too far apart. That's why he can't move like that.
How she know that?
That's hilarious.
I was like, that's what's
hard,
up.
bro.
She was right. That guy
That's
got
hard.
Gotta
cooked.
move that hip out of that right.
Yeah.
Nah, that was a great time. But
Fight
first
night.
off,
Let's go with
Uzbekistan, yo. That guy, the most famous
the
man in
second fight?
Uzbekistan.
Is that the
It was the
second
third.
fight?
It was
his
the
name. We
second
can't
or third
just do
fight.
his
Yeah,
name
we
like
can't
that
do his country.
because both of the fighters really the one. I want to give a lot of shout out to Matias. I remember his last name was Matias.
Yeah,
Whatever.
bro. These was all
He
great
looked like
cards.
he was from Puerto Rico. He looked kind of like Tito Trinidad.
Yeah,
he was
did.
kind of
He
fighting like
did,
Tito,
bro.
yo.
But see,
And I
they
swore
sold that
Uzbeki was
fight
gonna
well
get
because
him,
they
yo.
had great clips of both of them fighting before,
Yeah.
like where they both look like dogs.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is crazy. But you got to find the guy's name. But
You probably not gonna
he
be
had
able to
no
pronounce his
defense.
joint. You know
yo.
they be having the wild syllables in their
Yeah.
in their names, bro.
My man, yo, he never put his defensive stance on at all in that fight.
You see that joint?
Respectfully, I'm looking at the name.
Wow, crazy.
And I don't want to disrespect
You
his
can't
name,
do it.
man,
It's
because I
like-
don't want to be that guy.
all right,
you got a
It's
first name?
tough one.
Even the first name probably tough.
Ergashev.
Okay.
Ergashev. I think that's how you say.
Ergashev.
That might be how you say his last name. Yo.
And hit us in the comments and let us know how we pronounce that.
And he looked promising early, man.
He punched himself out in the first round. Let's be real.
But what I said after the first, I think the round and a half, I said
Round and a half.
The fact that
They said
Matias
it, bro.
don't look, he's still coming forward.
Because he was popping.
I was
It
like, something ain't
sounded-
right.
You know what it was too that I'm realizing after the fight, the crowd wasn't it was full, so you ain't had no like real crowd noise or anything that was happening. So all you heard was the pop of the punches.
Yeah.
So I thought it was louder than it actually was.
He was cracking him though with some
He
guns.
knocked a couple
It
dudes
seemed
out
like he
before
was
that fight.
rocking.
He just wasn't phasing.
It just wasn't phasing my guy.
He's
And,
walking through him just chilling.
At some point, he forgot how to, or he never learned defense. I don't know. We was joking about it during the fight.
Yeah.
My boy don't know how. His
Never.
head movement was zero.
He could
That
never
was a
put
zero
up the right hand.
goose egg. He had no defense, nothing.
Fellas,
So yeah, he got thrashed.
we were saying at one point, has Mateus, or however you want to say it, did he miss a left hook
Yeah,
at any
he
point?
didn't.
It was
every
didn't.
short left hook
he
landed.
was
nasty,
slapping
bro.
him at
It was
some point.
crazy.
Like, bro,
They
why
got
won't you
bad
put... But
vision.
that's why I started to get observative with it. Like, bro, I forget his name now, but maybe his shoulder was hurt. I've never seen nobody ever do this. in any situation.
His arm did look crazy. Mike pointed it out a few times.
Normally I would have
like
checked
this,
up
and then
after
like
the season,
he
but
would
I
only
didn't
show the
check
one.
something.
I forgot about that.
It had to be
his
something
arm
weird,
did
yo.
look wild at one point.
His shoulders-
Even when he put it back up, he dropped it immediately. Even after he got hit in the arm.
Yeah, he
just
hit the
dropped
arm
it
once.
immediately, and he was like,
He
I
probably
can't do
tore
it.
something in that
Or
shoulder
broke
or
his
something.
wrist.
I'm like,
He might have broke his
cuff.
wrist or something like that.
The arm was
on a
taking all
punch.
them left hooks too, man.
Facts.
Man,
That's
he
the
was
other
getting
thing we were
cracked.
saying. People forget about that with the boxing, as far as the punches to the arms. So
People swear they don't hurt.
yeah,
It
you
hurts.
forget
It's
that
still beating
hurts.
your body.
Somebody's punching you. It's still gonna hurt you.
We've seen people get really injured post fight and have to sit out. We've seen people lose. Like, yo, even in like, I know it's a movie, but like Rocky, yo, like, but man,
Oh my man,
he messed his shoulder up, yo, like
when he uppercutted the shoulder.
yeah,
on him.
yo, like that.
Yeah.
I talked about it like even back in the day.
Jay
Man,
Majors.
Jake LaMotta, yo, used to just beat your body up, whatever he could get his hands
Diamond
on,
Dame
yo,
did the
like
underarm-
yeah, Diamond
the
Dame,
underarm
yeah,
uppercut.
Diamond Dame. I forgot that.
yeah. We're gonna get to that
he
guy
uppercut
after
the
this fight because he was
Jay
fighting
Mage.
too. He was fighting too on the co-main event. Well, it might have just been the undercard right before the main event, but yeah, I don't know what was up with him. He just couldn't put his arm up. So I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe the left hooks was catching
Had
his
to be
arm.
hurt.
Still
yo.
very entertaining.
Yeah,
man.
it was entertaining.
Excellent,
fight.
excellent
That was
cards
entertaining.
throughout.
I wanted to grab the towel and throw it in for him.
Facts.
There was a couple fights I
Zay
wanted
was
to throw
screaming
that
for
towel
about
in.
the sixth round. He was like, "Yo, we got to get the towel in this
Gotta
young
get the
man
towel
for
for
save
him.
his life.
Save his-
He got a family.
He got a family.
We got to
yo.
get back to Uzbeki. They
Excellent
said he
card.
was one of the top celebs over there in
Excellent
Uzbekistan.
card, yo.
I need him to live.
You know what I
Excellent
love about that? You know how the American fans be fickle sometimes. I bet you he gonna go back and still be that man back
He got
then.
3
Yes,
million
he
followers.
should.
in
Shout out to the
Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistanian people, bro.
Yeah.
Like, hit us up. I don't know what
Yeah.
y'all be on, but hit us up in the comments.
Yeah.
And then we got to move on to like and I always mix them up. That was Jamal Charlo. That was Jamal Charlo. Shout out Jamal Charlo.
Versus
I'm
who?
be honest, I talked a lot of trash. Benavidez little brother.
Jose Benavidez. No, it's
Yeah.
Older
that's
brother.
Older
That's
brother.
Older brother, my bad.
And I don't think y'all registered. That's the guy in Creed.
Yeah.
It's a Mexican dude in Creed.
No, I caught that when
Okay.
you said it during the fight,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't have took credit for that because you brought that to my
And he
attention.
should have came out how he came out in Creed. He might have.
Bro,
Yeah,
the
you
thing
loafed.
is with
You
that
loafed
fight,
on that. You had that. You could have did that.
Yeah, that was a perfect opportunity.
with that fight, Charlo, he showed he just got it naturally. Cause they said he just started training in October, yo.
yeah.
That's crazy. And
I
you
was-
know he was outside
And I don't
with
think it
hella
was
money,
early
so he
October
probably was
neither.
getting drunk.
No, it was like-
he was probably having fun
It
doing
was
everything
like
that young
Halloween
dudes
time.
do.
After Halloween, he said, "Yo, I'm gonna get to it." The day after,
He looked
it was
good out
November
there.
1st. He was out there.
Because
getting
you
it
remember
in.
at first, like I was getting super technical, like why he not using his angles? He could have been knocked about. Da 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 da. And Zay was like, yo, he hasn't
boxed
fought
in
in
like
like
2
almost.
years.
It was almost
years.
3 years or something like that.
I'm 32.
layoff.
I wasn't in my 30s the last time he fought, yo.
To me, still, he clearly wasn't the sharpest, and he possibly could have got him out there if he'd been in a more rhythm. But for a person, and granted, this is a smaller fighter, but still a guy who could do some things, and he got hit with a few shots, but like, he looked good
Yeah.
for somebody who spent
Really
that
good.
much time out the ring. He
That's
looked really
right.
good.
That's right.
Like, that wasn't his best performance, but considering how long he had been out
And the opponent, he
stuff
didn't
might
fight
have
a
been going
bum.
through,
Did we find out what he had to give up for the pound?
no,
thing?
I didn't check all that
gotta
out.
check
I didn't
to
check
see
all
what
that
that is.
out. He had been working with Roy Jones though. I think we had talked about that quite a few episodes back, but like briefly we mentioned it, I believe.
That's interesting.
But
I think I could see a little bit of that.
yeah, I think he's a very good fighter, dog. Like
Just he needed
he
to
just
lock
gotta
in.
lock in, man. Like I gotta lock in. Whatever's going on outside, hopefully he's getting it back. Sometimes you gotta get back in that ring.
I
Sometimes.
feel like if I was on, this is me putting my brain into a young man's brain, so forgive me if I'm wrong on this, but if I was in the Texas region,
Young man,
I'm going to
he
get
our
me
age.
a range,
We still relatively.
some kind of like just plot of land where I can be at. Just train all the time if I need to train real quick. And you still can do whatever little
had
fun
an
things
estate
you
like
need
the
to do.
Murdochs.
But I don't need to be in the mix. And I'm definitely not being on social media. As a boxer, yo. I'm never getting on social media.
Nah, well, I can't say that.
Gotta see
because-
me fist to fist.
You
bro.
gotta set a fight.
Nah,
shit.
you.
I'm
gotta-
saying me personally. I have a team that run my social media.
You gotta. I was talking with my pops about this earlier. We was actually watching a bunch of like highlighted fights and like So we was watching Larry Holmes, and they was taking it through his whole history. Me and my pops literally watched that before I came over here. And then we was in the Lennox Lewis after that, and we was just talking about a lot of stuff. But a part of boxing, though, like, honestly, you'll have a promoter, but the greatest promoter is the boxer. So that's a part of the game. Like, you got to think about it. Muhammad Ali had promoters, but he's the greatest promoter of boxing history.
Right.
It's probably sports history.
Right.
So a part of that is, like Terence Crawford, phenomenal fighter. I think he's one of an all-time great type talent and fighter. But a lot of his numbers wasn't there because he always say, my fist's going to do the talking. And it's like sometimes you kind of got to sell and you can see now he's kind of figuring it out. So you got to kind of get in the boxing, one of them sports where you got to get in the mix because they're not spending like the NBA spending every advertising dollar on you every 5 seconds. So you gotta play both sides. If you're not on social media, you're just not gonna make that bread like that. You gotta do some of the stuff is goofy though. I don't want to get into some. We see some stuff is goofy.
You just have a team that runs it.
Yeah, but you gotta you gotta talk too though. You gotta be verbal. You gotta.
I think at some point you do.
We gotta go back to the fights. We gotta stay in on the fights. We gotta stay in on.
I felt like that was a good combo.
Oh no, it was a good combo. Yeah, like honestly, Floyd. That's how he started. He became Money Mayweather. You gotta play that game. Like it's a weird game. Like. Unless you don't want the only person who really I can think of that was like making buku bread like that didn't really have to is anomaly like Marvin Hagler. He kind of just was like, but he had the war hat and the whole, so he had this whole different persona and seeing him training and running through the hills. So he still was kind of playing that game. It was a different way. You got to be a promoter as well. You got to play. You got to do both things. If you're not doing that in boxing, you're gonna be talking about how you ain't getting.
But what I'm
fights.
saying more is he wasn't doing tactful stuff for his promotion anyway.
Who?
Jamel.
That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He don't need to be online. He needs a team.
He might not.
He might. That guy in specific needs a team, and some people are like that. They need a team to help them out to do this. Because if I get on here, I'm gonna be cursing people out.
Call out Caleb
I have
Plant.
no idea what to do. Like
he should get serious and call out Caleb Plant next. That would just sell just cause, bro.
I'm
smoke and the animosity. And like you said,
it was good to see Plant.
The marketability of that fight.
Yeah, Plant was looking. He was
ringside, looking like he was ready to. Yeah, he was ready to do something at any time somebody said something
stupid. Caleb Plant, a fighter. Like he always in ready to fight at somebody. He be in the gym.
I think Jamal. I think he should get one more fight in before he fights either him or Benavidez, and. You know my thing is inactivity. They have to stop waiting so long. I think he needs to be back in the ring no later than February. He didn't take a lot of damage. He looked good. He looked sharp. Get yourself back into. Take a little time. Get yourself right back into a training camp. Right. Fight a solid opponent. Get a little sharper. Get in a little bit better shape because he looked like he was getting a little winded at the end. Not too crazy, but just a little bit. And then go after the Plant fight. Either him or Benavidez is going to be big regardless. You know, you got to do the Plant, though, first because it's come on, dog.
It's smoke there.
Come on, man.
It's smoke there. It's smoke there.
And that would be that fight would be great.
Yo.
That's the thing. It's not just because there's smoke. It's going to be a great fight.
It's a good fight.
And I'm thinking marketability, yo. Like, think about it. Nobody wants to be racist, but like, yo, that's for the call. Like, he really smacked you. Like, bro, you got to represent now.
The fight sold.
Yeah, it's gonna
already
sell.
Sold. Yeah.
It's gonna be so many people that's so invested for so many emotional reasons on both sides, and it's gonna be a great fight.
A lot of fights aren't.
Because Caleb Plant really can fight.
Yeah, a lot of fights.
Before Nello caught him, like it was a pretty even fight.
He's done that with pretty much all his guys.
Yeah.
I mean, he only lost to two people.
Tough joint, yeah.
Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez. They
tough.
They the nice
Of course,
guys.
You want to win, but ain't no shame. And if that's the only two losses, it's like, and you gave both of them solid fights until they started putting hands on you.
And honestly, Caleb Plant regained my respect after him getting beat by Benavidez because I was like, yo, somebody need to throw in the towel, bro.
That was looking crazy.
He wanted to keep fighting though. He was like a movie, like on the anime where the guy just come out and just can't hardly move. He all beat up.
Not even conscious.
Yeah, at the very
He's
end,
still standing.
I was just fighting off sheer will at that point.
We always
I didn't care if I lived
that
or
was
died.
Crazy.
Yeah, my man was out there.
Crazy. Yo.
I like David Benavidez though, so that was the main card.
Yeah, right? David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade. It was a good fight.
It was a good fight up until. It was a good
fight. Low-key Andre had like them first 3-4 rounds, yo.
He was looking good.
My boy hit hard, bro.
Yeah.
Pause.
He caught him. I do think. So first of all, Andre came out, and like I said, skill-wise, he's a better skill fighter than him. My whole thing was this shouldn't be a cakewalk. But I did say, yo, we're going to see as that fight goes on, because that's what any Benavidez fight. Mm-hmm. You're not going to be able to tell to 5th, 6th round.
Yep.
Because once he start putting that weight on, you start slapping, because he punched. Not only
the body shots
is he physically
really,
strong,
down,
and he throws power punches, he hits hard.
Yeah.
He just hits you real hard. So it's like, we going to tell, especially because Andre 35 at that point. So I'm like, it shouldn't be a cakewalk, but we're not going to tell till that fight starts.
Yeah, he was beating his body, yo.
When it got to about, 4 or 5?
He started beating that body, bro. Like, yo, my man said.
It got real. So, I respect him.
Benavidez like that, bro.
And Andre didn't quit. He was trying to. I know they showed a video. They were saying he like stopped the fight or what. But regardless, he was trying to dig out, man. And he just, what was he saying, yo? Benavidez in his prime right now, man.
Yeah.
He's not trying to. I don't think he's going to be denied.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be.
I want Canelo to beat him, yo. I want Canelo to be in his only loss. Last Canelo looked sharp, yo. I like Benavidez is strong, but Canelo fought Gennady Golovkin in his prime. He might be able to pull one more epic thing out.
And a lot of people would say Golovkin. What?
Especially that
first
joint.
But I mean, it was
we
a
called him out
effort.
on that first joint. I said
one more valiant
I was
effort
mad
for my
that
man.
night. I was like, Triple G got that. Yo, that was crazy.
That was
I was glad.
That was crazy.
I admitted it like a week after.
What?
Yeah, but
I almost lost my mind.
So I mean, shoot, if we're gonna roll into it, I mean that was a good fight. Between him and he beat Andre, but he's calling out Canelo.
I think they should do it,
and
I think they should do it.
I'm being honest, like I don't see how Canelo wins the fight. I honestly don't, unless he catches him with something that. Vicious, but the thing is, Benavidez we have never seen him hurt.
Yeah, he's been hit before too.
He's young. He's way bigger than him.
Yeah,
and when they get in the ring or get side, you're gonna realize how much bigger. And Andre is big. He made Andre look small.
Yeah, and in a post-fight interview, Benavidez said like, "Pause." He trusts his chin. Like he know he could like.
But he don't get hit a lot either.
Yeah, he doesn't get hit a lot.
He can take a punch.
He gets hit early, like in the first couple rounds.
Maybe on his feel out.
And then he started getting his feel out. And then, my biggest thing, Canelo gets tired at every fight. Yeah. That is the worst guy to get tired against.
Canelo looked at his last
He's the worst.
Fight,
I don't think he looked that good.
Neck start turning red, yo.
He fought a guy who didn't do anything.
He tired.
Jermell Charlo did nothing in that fight. And then Canelo didn't put the foot on the gas. Yeah. He should have got him out of there. Or at least started beating him up. He didn't beat him up. Like, it was, nothing happened in that fight. I don't even really remember that fight like that, to be honest. True. Like, it kind of was just like, it came and went. Like,
looking back on it, I know he knocked him down that one time.
He knocked him down, but besides
technically, he took a knee, like, it was like a little bit, but
he didn't, neither one.
Other than that,
this
it wasn't nothing crazy.
Neither one of them looked like they was in a fight when it was over. None of them. They looked like they just came and got a check and went home.
Yeah.
That
Every
fight
night don't
so
be the
bad.
night though, but I believe in Nello. Y'all know I already know how I am.
I mean, you got
Benavidez. I am. But I do feel like
I don't do wagers though, but I'm willing to do a wager on that fight.
Oh snap!
I rarely ever do wagers. I'm willing to do a wager on that fight. I have Benavidez winning that fight. I'm confident in that fight.
I'll come on here and cry.
I'm very confident.
Unanimous decision.
Yes, I've never seen Canelo get super. I'm not going to put a getting stopped on it. But
that's why I was.
If it happened, that fight,
I didn't even.
That wouldn't be the fight I'm surprised by. But I'm not going to put that on Canelo. But I think, yeah, Bivol. He's bigger than Bivol. I think people don't realize Benavidez is bigger than Bivol.
I like Benavidez.
And I think
Mike. No, I haven't been as staunch a fan like you have been with Alvarez, but I've been liking Benavidez for a while.
I like him. I like how he talk about stuff. I like his approach. He always after the rush.
Yeah,
he's been respectful.
From what he came
to people.
From to where he is now,
yes.
I respect.
I like the story. He was just a fat kid.
My boy was really
started
outside.
Taking it serious. Like, we remember, even when he was still beating people up, he was still look like he was kind of out of shape.
Yep.
The rush era. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
It would be an excellent.
And now he looks like he's in great shape. Like,
yo, what if he gained the weight and fight Arthur Beterbiev, yo?
Hold on. Okay, perfect.
That would be the slugfest of all time.
This is why. Yo, he's become one of my. He might be my. He's itching on my favorite fighter, yo. He said, yo, and I believe him, yo, because he hasn't showed. He hasn't showed anything. He's fighting all the best dudes. Benavidez.
Still Benavidez.
He said, listen, man, I want to be great. He said, I want Canelo. He said, first of all, after the fight, he said, I'm willing to fight whoever wants to get in the ring with me, any of these dudes, and he's been showing that.
Yeah.
But he said, I want Canelo, and then eventually after that, I want to move up. I want Bivol, and I want Beterbiev. He said, I think I can do it too.
That's hard.
He wants to do that. I think he can do it.
If he fight Bivol and Arthur Beterbiev, if he does that and wins all those fights, he might go down as one of the GOATs.
No, if he wins that, he's already gonna be a Hall of Fame
go
fighter.
back to the
That's a Hall of Fame resume.
You know, God, like he go
He
back.
fought
To
everybody
at that point,
that
he
was a menace, yo.
Once he retired, he could rush immediately.
Because just think about it. Let's say he did that in a row. I think they would have fights in between, but let's just say in a short span, Caleb Plant, Andrade, Canelo, Bivol, Benavidez. That's 5 fights right there. If he won all 5, that's a Hall of Fame resume.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's Hall of Fame.
Facts.
All
That's
amazing,
wild.
fighters.
Even if he did that within 8 fights, that's wild, yo.
Yeah, that'd be amazing, bro.
Amongst other, he fought other good fighters before that. So you start tallying all of that in. You done built up a Hall of Fame off of that, and then it's like he's gonna be a big time. If he beats Canelo, he's gonna be making. He's gonna be a cash guy. Him and Tank.
Canelo?
Him and Tank. He might actually be.
He might
go
If
over
Tank don't fight
he
the
might
right
go
guy,
over Tank.
he's gonna go over Tank.
If he beats up
Yes.
Canelo, like beats him up,
he's
gonna go over Tank.
Even if he
He's gonna go
wins,
over
he's
Tank.
gonna go
Yeah,
over
he's
Tank.
even if he wins.
Honestly,
Even
the
if
only
it's
way
not a
Tank
clean,
wins,
like
the
you
only
said,
Tank
if
way
he
Tank
wins,
could eclipse
if
him
he
is
goes
if
over
he
Tank.
would have to go back and beat up somebody that's nice and
He's gotta
thrash.
He's got to
fight,
fight the top guy.
Devin
One of the top
Haney.
guys.
Yeah,
I
he
don't know
gotta-
who the top guy is, but he's got.
He would have to fight like Shakur Haney or Teofimo, like
Lopez,
2 of
yeah.
those dudes at least, and look very impressive. Then it's gonna be hard to, especially if he knocks one. If he knocks them both out,
If he knock them both
then
out,
that's
he
gonna
goes.
keep you at a.
Yeah,
like,
he'll be right
It's
there.
gonna, but
He'll be
Canelo
right there,
is also
neck and
such a massive name.
That's the thing.
The passing of the torch thing is happening in boxing history.
Canelo?
Yeah.
If he beat him up too, oh my!
I would
God.
be pissed. That's gonna be the first fight. Y'all be like, Mike was really mad.
Mike
He
going-
just sat
Mike
in there,
going Martin us,
outside.
kick
I
us
told
about the
you.
crib.
I told you he gonna shed the.
You gonna
gonna
kick
shed the
us about,
solos
yo.
here, yo.
Y'all
Yeah,
got
first
to
one
get the
starts.
stepping.
I'm ordering that fight because I don't want to get kicked out. Yo.
I wouldn't kick y'all out.
I
wouldn't kick
playing,
y'all
yo.
out.
I was playing.
But
I was
I'd be hot. Y'all be like, Mike didn't say nothing for like an hour, yo.
Steaming.
He was just hot, yo.
Oh man, oh that's fantastic. But yeah, salute to Benavidez, man.
For sure.
That was an
He's
excellent
young.
Oh,
fight,
his bro. Yo, it's fun to see like you could tell when they be in the training sessions because his bro was doing the flurry punches, but he just didn't quite have
He
like
didn't have
how
the
David
Benavidez
got.
effect.
Oh, it's so cool, yo. That's cool though to see because I see that from the training sessions. We know that.
Yeah.
It's a family thing, I guess.
Yeah, it's
in
a family
Benavidez.
thing.
The
Yeah.
flurry punch combo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout out Showtime for that last pay-per-view.
Yeah, for sure. Good one.
Y'all gave
Good
us a
one.
good card finally. If y'all did that, y'all might have still been doing it.
Oh, and Mike Tyson. Before we jump off the Benavidez subject, David Benavidez. Mike Tyson loved him, man. You see, he was at the fight. He embraced him after and all of that. Mike Tyson be like, man. Mike Tyson like,
He sees, bro.
He had a good coat on.
Yeah,
you
Mike-
don't see Mike in
Mike
a
be-
good coat like
Mo-
that.
Mike been
Mike-
clean lately, yo.
Like
Mike
that?
Tyson,
I've seen it.
he look like Negan.
Lately, I've seen
He
Mike.
had the
I gotta
Negan
pay
off
attention.
He been-
The Walking
he
Dead.
getting
He had the
leather.
good joint on. Yeah,
Mike
the
been
Negan
clean.
joint. Yo.
Yeah, the Negan, yo.
letter the members only type
Yeah, I
joint.
peeped it. I was like, yeah, Mike, that's how you do it,
Mike
bro.
getting that chicken off that chicken,
Facts.
yo.
And he more,
Like,
I just like to see that
well
show
played.
you like anybody can evolve. Like, cause he
Yeah.
like chills, bro. He's such a thought-provoking individual, bro. And
But he
came
does
from, like,
love Benavidez.
And he
'Cause
love
I
his-
think of the addiction thing is definitely going. The tie there is going to help out.
He talked about. He said
And they
he
talk
was like
about those things.
and this is Mike said something that was real dope, and true though. He was like, one, he was talking about his story. He was like, he loved how you're a fat kid, and he had to prove something. He had to come back and prove something. But he said, he said the greatest fighters are the most insecure fighters.
Mm-hmm.
He said, y'all probably wouldn't believe that, but it's the truth. And you start thinking about a lot of stuff, and you be like, Mike talking. You start thinking about some of the guys and some of the stuff that they've been dealing with, or you be like, man, look at this. I don't want to get into certain fighters. We can talk about it after, but you be like, he kind of insecure.
Yeah.
And some of them be literally the best fighters
fight.
that currently or that ever graced the what's the name or something to prove or something like that. So Mike sees something in Benavidez. He see a lot, and like I said, Benavidez just respectful recently after all this stuff. And he just looks. I respect that level of focus. He understood.
that's it.
What some other fighters don't that are very talented. He understood. I have a unique ability and rare talent, and I'm not going to waste it.
Yeah, can't squander that thing.
He be
I
thrashing
respect
folks,
that. And
bro.
that's why he's moved up my scale to
like
one of my
Darren
favorite
Waller.
fighters.
No, he's really nice, bro.
He's not trying to waste his talent, yo. And I always gotta love that. Onto some funny stuff. But I respect it if he do it. I'm not saying he capping, yo. Teofimo said they asked him who would you want to fight next. He was like, Tank. You want Tank, right? I'm like, okay.
I like to see that.
That would be a
though.
fantastic fight.
Yeah.
And then he was like, somebody said Crawford. He was like, yeah, Crawford too. He said, what'd you want to tell Crawford? tell Crawford, let's make the fight. I'm gonna be honest. Now Crawford's gonna stop it if they fight. I think Tank going, Tank might not. I don't know.
I think Tank will stretch him.
Long story long, I actually think he would fight both of those guys.
Yeah, he would.
I think he would.
I wouldn't deny.
And I think he would
And
make
we'll wait for
fun
Terrence
fights.
Crawford though.
He would have Terrence Crawford will fight. It's got to be 147. He'd move up to 47 for that because it's a money fight. It's a money. Tio got a good enough name. It would make sense for Terrence Crawford. It'll make sense for Crawford. He's got a good enough name. That fight would do something. Pay-per-view wise, it would do something.
It would sell.
It would do something. And I think at certain parts it would be exciting before he's gonna get stopped before. I got him getting stopped within 7.
Yep.
Getting stopped within 7. But it's gonna be an exciting fight. Yeah. And then Tank, I think, is a more difficult fight. I'm always gonna roll with Tank for stretching somebody.
Tank beating him.
But I think that's a tough fight for Tank, man. That 5%. Is not an easy fight.
That'd be the best fighter.
I think he would make Tank really have to fight though, and that's how he gets knocked out in spectacular fashion. Is because Tank really gonna lock in and be like, I got.
That's what I want to see. Tank
wake
at
up like
100%.
Rolly. Yeah. He's gonna wake up like Rolly and say, "Yo, it wasn't that bad. I
really woke up more delusional than he was.
I didn't even feel that punch, guy. I didn't even feel that.
I really feel like Tank like Beerus, bro. He just fighting at that level because he. I don't think Tank has ever had to put his full skill set on display yet.
He's had to dig deep, but as far as full skill set,
I don't think he has yet.
I don't think so yet.
Yeah, I don't think he has yet, bro.
I don't think so. Not in the. Nah.
Not yet, yo.
The Cruz fight, he had to dig deep because he had messed up his hand.
Cruz, the initial one,
but he had his hand. He had to kind of
just
just dig deep and maneuver his way out of that. But I don't think he's had to.
It's been too many.
Just
I was trying to think. Barrios gave him
Tank getting
some
Ultra
hair
Instinct.
a little bit.
What's the name that I thought he almost killed?
The lanky
Leo Santa
Cruz.
Yo,
he had to turn up a little bit with him because Leo is a good fighter, so he had to turn.
He got on that inside. Good God,
that was the uppercut.
I thought he killed.
I thought he died. I was nervous.
Most knocked his
I
head
was
off.
nervous, yo. And we were watching boxing long enough to see some of her ladies. The only other one, not the only, but one of the other ones that could pop up in my head where I was genuinely nervous was the Wilder Spilka, where Spilka did like a 360 and fell back on his leg and was out.
I think mine was
the Canelo and the Amir Khan was crazy too.
I think mine was really Canelo and Kirkland.
Oh yeah,
I thought Kirkland.
But Kirkland's so suave. I was like, man, he's gonna be all right.
Nah, he folded him up in there.
That was
boy.
bad. He did a 360 as well.
When he stretched Amir Khan too, he did a lot of crazy knockouts, bro.
I was nervous about that. I was nervous
because Amir Khan came up like, why did you come up and fight him?
He already didn't have a chin.
Why did you come up to fight him?
And then you go fight Canelo.
Why?
Fight the dog of all dogs.
Why did you do that?
Yo, he hit him with the overhand right, yo.
Scratched him.
And that's that fight where they was showing his punches punching out candles. So fast. I was like, yo, he about to get cooked. I knew he about to get cooked right there. I knew it was over. Canelo put him to sleep.
Anytime somebody got promoted on some theatrical stuff, yo,
he was actually looking decent too because the hands are quick. He was in and out for a few rounds.
Yeah,
Canelo didn't even care about none of that. He said, "I know."
He was like, "All right,
I get hit him one time. This fight is over." I might watch that fight like tomorrow or something because it was hilarious.
You done, bro.
You gotta look at old fights from time to time, man.
Oh man,
a bunch of my faves.
Oh man, talking about them guys in that range. I don't know if y'all seen Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson been kind of going back and forth. I sent something to y'all earlier about them, and I was like, I think that's.
I kind of hate that fight.
I think that's an exciting fight.
I kind of hate that fight.
Why you hate that fight?
I don't know. I think I kind of hate that fight. I just think it's gonna be boring again. I don't understand why that would happen again.
Nah, it'll be a good fight.
Ryan is wanting. They both got the slick, quick style. Is what I'm thinking. Ryan got the quote unquote heavy
stay away from each other.
Want to say it? This is gonna be a stay away.
I'm gonna keep it real.
I have no desire to see
the
that
reason
fight.
the fight would be boring is the only way is because Shakur would make it boring. I think Ryan would try to fight him.
You think he gonna try?
I think Ryan would try to fight him.
I can see that.
And he been talking trash about him too, yo. He I don't like
bro.
Shakur. Shakur be talking this and talking that.
Yeah.
He's annoying. He be like, I ain't gonna lie. Shakur be kind of annoying recently.
Would you pay for that fight?
I'm gonna keep it so real, man. Shakur is making it hard for me to want to buy one of his fights.
I can't pay for that.
He's making it hard for me to buy.
I gotta watch that one for free.
Yeah, because 2 fights ago, if you'd have said that, probably
I would have did.
But Shakur is making it hard, man. And it's kind of sucks
I
to
don't
say
think
that.
every performance gonna be like that last one though.
But his recent,
what is he showing us is any different?
Unless he's-
I don't
unless-
need to get loud and boisterous about it, but what is he
be-
showing us anything
honestly, unless he has
He's been knocking people
honestly,
down with body
unless-
shots and stuff for just a stoppage.
honestly, unless he has a clear advantage over the fighter, watch all the fighters where he doesn't have a super clear advantage. Their fights are kind of always a little. He knocked out a lot of the guys that he clearly, easily.
But I mean, with Valdez at that point, they thought they was like not even but similar.
I never thought that highly of Valdez. I know that was being
I mean,
sold.
Valdez
he had a
caught
good
that
record.
crazy knockout.
Personally,
on
I
that
never
one
thought
dude
that
before
highly
that
of
fight.
Valdez.
And
That's why he was up. That's why he was clamoring for that
Comey?
fight because he knew.
What about
Comey's just a tough test.
Tough test?
Comey's
Okay.
not like he ain't never been a champ.
Yeah, and Jamel Herring was.
We just
old,
like to
so-
see him because he come to fight for the most part. But
Yeah.
It's
honestly,
getting bad, bro.
I would like that fight
Know
though.
what I want to see?
But I think my bad. I don't want to cut you off, but before you
The
I'm gonna
Ryan
let you go.
Garcia thing.
That too, but I
was still
will
in that
say
weight
this:
range.
I do think Shakur Stevenson will take a lot of the criticism, and I do think he's going to take a little more risk in whatever his next fight is. I believe that. I honestly believe that, and I think Ryan Garcia would be a perfect person for that.
Facts.
I think because he don't like him and this and that. I think he would try
Now
to turn
that
up against him.
you put it that way, because my whole thing was I was looking at the whole quick style, and I was like, this is going to be the ultimate boring fight. But I didn't think about Garcia actually going for the chase and actually trying to bring pressure towards Stevenson.
Because he was trying to.
I could see that.
At points he was trying to fight Tank.
I could see that.
He was trying to. He caught Tank a couple times to keep it real with a couple.
And he
good
may
little
not
shots.
fear Shakur as much as far as on the power shit.
I would want to see.
Once you fight Tank, yo, I don't know how many more dudes you're gonna be that nervous.
Yeah.
To be honest, I
That's
mean,
what I'm saying. I got
you
rocked by Tank.
Ryan
twice,
Garcia seemed
so-
like you got to show me after this point, like,
Yeah.
And I don't believe the rest of y'all. Like,
Yeah.
y'all got. I've been in there with that guy, yo. Like,
I think him and Keyshawn Davis should fight. Ryan Garcia and Keyshawn Davis.
but that's like a major step. Like as far as level of, Keyshawn hasn't put in enough work for that fight.
He's still.
That's just how the game goes.
But
sometimes.
Ryan Garcia,
I'm not
kinda
opposed
got
to it. I
boosted
want
to
people
the
if they
top.
made it. I'm
Ryan
all for it.
Garcia got boosted to the top because of marketing and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
but that's what I said.
That's how
You
it go.
gotta be a promoter as well. You can't get mad at him for
I'm like,
promoting.
saying.
Yeah, I'm like, nah.
I
He's
was
Mr.
saying,
Social Media.
That's a good one.
Because
That's
like
a good
low-key,
retort to what I was saying.
Low key, Emiliano Vargas right now might be able to give Ryan Garcia a run for his money. I'm talking about beat him up bad, yo.
Emiliano tough.
Yeah. And Abdullah Mason. So it's like, bro, get them dudes a
It's
shot.
always dogs
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah,
bro.
it's always.
That's just boxing.
That's why you need to fight each
That's
other
why I
and get
like
your money
this.
because
That's why I like the sport.
Yeah.
Because there's always another one coming.
it's always, yo. That's why when the fighters get to the pinnacle and they just be like, after a while, they be like, y'all saying I'm ducking him and ducking him. It's like, dog, I'm either gonna retire or do what I want at some point because it's always gonna be somebody y'all say
Every time.
gonna take
Yeah.
me out. So once you get, I mean, it's always they coming all the time, man.
Exactly.
Like they always gonna be there.
Can't always get the Floyd off. You know?
One last thing I got that I thought was hilarious. So there was the sit down. I don't want to talk about too much of it. It was a lot that happened. It was actually pretty good sit down between Haney and Regis Prograis. Devin Haney and Regis Prograis.
Okay.
Before
I
the
didn't see
fight.
that. I didn't see that.
I'm gonna just tell you on the one part that I thought was hilarious. He was talking about Regis was talking about his skills and all of this and all of that, and Devin Haney's like, "Yo, what fight have you showed any skills in?" Regis Prograis kind of cooked himself. He said. None of the other 30 fights, but I'm telling you, for this fight, y'all was going on.
Golly, bro.
And I like Regis as a fighter, but I was like,
You
yo,
didn't
what?
repeat what you said, probably.
like,
you mean none of them other fights, I could never do nothing.
But
in
I'm
them
telling you
joints,
this
but
time,
one right here,
this one right here,
I got you.
we got something special with you.
That's crazy to
That
say.
sounds
bro.
insane.
As a fighter, that's crazy to say.
But overall,
When is that fight?
You know, it's so crazy.
I think like 2 weeks.
it's soon. I don't know the exact date, which is I'm gonna look it up right now. 'cause we need
I
to
like
know. I wanna
his
see that
corner,
fight.
man. I like Regis. What's his name? I always
Regis
forget his
Prograis.
name. Yeah, him. I like his corner people, yo. They be going in. They be trying to go tit for tat with their dad man on the other side.
Yeah,
It's
some of the
hilarious.
stuff they be doing is they actually I think they're doing an appropriate level
It's a
sharing
good promotion.
selling the fights. Yes,
You know what I mean?
Some
It's
of the other
not
dudes be
too
getting
disrespectful,
weird.
but it's like it's
Yeah.
disrespecting.
I
man.
like what they're doing,
but it's not too disrespectful.
And you know what I like? They're actually promoting a fight that's
Facts.
been signed.
Facts.
I like that. You could promote a fight that you kind of want. Like it's always good to have it bubbling, But some of the dudes be talking like they about to get in the ring next week and then don't get within the ring with
That's
each other
annoying.
for 4 or 5 years.
That's annoying.
They're actually promoting a fight that's happening.
We just seen it with Earl
Between-
and all them for a little way. We know how that go.
Between two good fighters too. Like I know some people haven't seen like a lot of Regis is good. He's solid. He's tough.
I'm not saying
good
nothing.
punching
I
power.
really don't know anything about him too much. I gotta go look at some of his videos because that's how I did with Terrence
Southpaw.
Crawford, and I forgot or I didn't understand really too much like of his skill set. Truthfully, like I just seen like bits and pieces from him coming up, so it'd be good to watch him. I think I'm gonna do that this week just to get a little bit of insight on.
Yeah,
him,
I definitely need to
before I make any predictions because I don't know.
The fight is the 7th, 9th.
Yeah, we gotta get up.
Yeah,
on
that's
that.
2 weeks then.
We gotta get up
Yeah,
on
it's
that.
2 weeks.
Yeah. We get that for you. That's gonna be a fun one. to
Is it
talk
pay per view?
about. It's
Probably
the
so.
zone. So you
It's
know
got to be pay per view.
All right.
It's Devin
All right.
Haney.
We'll figure it out.
I'll look
gotta
into
be
that. We'll look
pay-per-view.
into that.
We'll figure that out.
We figure it out. So yeah, but I like what they doing. But yeah, that joint was funny. It was a lot of comedic things happening in there.
For sure.
In that joint, but they doing a good job, man. The camps are talking trash. They actually going to.
I like seeing the dad battling with the
Yeah,
trainer.
with the
Yo. I love seeing them videos. They be going in. Yo, you came to my door though. You came to me with it. It's like, yo, this is beautiful. I love
That's
the
his
promotion,
son, bro.
Yeah, that's
His
his
son.
son.
I love the promotion.
Yeah. Salute, man.
Yeah, keep on being great, boxer.
Episode.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.